What's up? So last Saturday I actually did make a video, but was unable to get it onto my computer. I tried airdropping it, I tried putting it into my Google Drive, I tried using iCloud. Oops. I couldn't get it on, and I've been trying for a whole week. So, I'm just gonna pull a fast one on you guys and make another one. So the video I made was my bullet journal, which are some of my favorite pages, as well as me making a new spread. So I hope I can figure out how to get it onto my computer. That would be great. But anyway, today I'm gonna be reviewing some art. And it's not just any art, it's all of the art that I made in my senior year AP art class. So picture this, I'm in architecture last year and I find out that you can take an AP art class, and little architect me thought that I could go into AP art and start an architecture portfolio, but oh no, that was not the case. It was painting, drawing, and other forms of art that I didn't know how to do. I'm not very good at it, so, but it's gonna be in order in my progression from about maybe October to where I was at the end of senior year. So, it's gonna be rough, because I was so bad at art. Oh, hi Diego, come on, come on, come on. Yay! Guest star over here. You ready to get started? Alright, here's the first piece. I'm gonna scoot forward here just a little bit. Okay. So the first piece I did is a charcoal pastel on a medium tone paper, so you could bring out the highlights and then the shadows. Something I think was successful about this was my shading. Before I did this, I wasn't really too good with the shading and the blending. And one thing that I hate about it is that there are so many parts that are just incomplete that I didn't even bother to finish. Like right here, you can see I didn't even care about the edge of the couch. I kind of just let it blend into the dog. But yeah, so I think if I were to rate this one on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a 3. It's so sad, but also I just wasn't as good at art then. I'm still not very good at it. Okay, so my next piece is this. So this is the first acrylic piece that I ever did. It took me forever, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think my favorite part of it is the spoon down here. It's actually the last thing I added, and I was all finished and my teacher's like, you need something else down here, so I decided to really quickly draw a spoon. And it's so weird because the spoon actually only took me a day to finish, while the rest of it took me like 4 weeks or something. One thing that I don't like is the shading on the metallic parts up here. From far away it looks okay. Like if I set it like 10 feet away from me and look at it, I'm like,
okay, I guess it looks satisfactory.
But yeah, so I think compared to some of the stuff I did before this, at the time it was definitely the best piece I had ever done. Another thing that I like about this is the shadows that go back here. Not as much on the spoon, but on the coffee pot right here. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this probably a 7 or an 8. It's definitely one of my better pieces compared to some of the stuff I'd done before. I'm gonna come even closer. So the next piece I made is this, and I made this after I went to the tulip fields in Mount Vernon, I believe. Every springtime there's a whole field of tulips, and they're all different colors, but the ones that caught my eye were these red ones, and I'll actually insert the source photo right here. And while I was taking the source photo, the camera messed up and the whole photo was blurry. And so I tried to mimic that in here. I don't know how successful I was with that, but I definitely think this is so much progress from the previous ones that I've done. I did this all with watercolor, and then I did the last layer with Prismacolors. And then up here I tried to add some clouds, but it kind of just doesn't look that great, but yeah, it's fine. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give this one a 6.5, just because I feel like it's a little bit incomplete. As you can see, there's some things that still need shading up here, but you know, what am I gonna do about it? Moving on, I gotta get up and go get this. So this next piece should be pretty familiar. I actually have this hanging up over my bed right here, normally. And wow, so this is actually my favorite piece that I've ever made. And it's a rendering of a photo that I took in New Mexico. And you can see the culture represented in the hot air balloon. And I don't know, this is the first time I'd ever painted or drawn a hand, and I feel as if it's really successful in the way I shaded it. That hand took me probably about a week to find the right colors and shades, and originally I made this piece without any of the blues down here and without the hot air balloon. So I think about halfway through the second semester I decided to add the deeper tones down here, as well as something that the hand was actually going to be pointing at. If you count the revision time, I think this one took me about 3 weeks to complete, just because I had to get the cotton candy sky just right, and the skin tones, as I said before, took me so long to get right. I would easily give this one a 9 out of 10. I just think I could have been more careful. Along the sides here, you can see that I went into the sunroof a bit here. Oh, this is a photo out of the top of a sunroof. So this piece is the first one of a person, much less a self-portrait, that I've done. So this piece was so hard to do, so hard to get the colors right. I know they're not local colors, which means like not the actual color of the skin. So you can see my skin is not bright orange. This is definitely one of the ones I gave more effort on, and I really think it came through. This is actually made on acetate, so it's like the clear paper. So you paint on the back of the acetate and then you make a background under it, like the blue here. Yeah, so I think the face was definitely one of the more challenging aspects of this piece of art, just because I had never really drawn one before. Yeah, so I think I would give this one an 8 or a 7.5, just because I think I spent so little time on it and it turned out better than I thought it would, and it's actually been hanging up in my house for a while now. Yeah. So for the finale, here's my last piece. Okay, this one also came from a source image, so this is it right here, and I'll put the source image right here. I didn't realize that we had to do one more project at the end of the year, so I decided I was gonna do this in my last 3 days. So originally I sketched them all out in watercolor, which don't do that. It doesn't work, trust me. But then after I added more and more layers, it all came together, and I spent so much time detailing out these chairs and the railings, and I was finally finished. And my art teacher's like,
I think you should add shadows.
And I was like, oh no, because I'm so bad at determining where the shadow should go. And you can see where the shadows are in the photo, but I'm just not so good at that. And it could either have gone one of two ways. It could have completely ruined the entire piece, or it could have turned out good. And I think that it turned out really good for the amount of skill and experience that I had. Yeah, so this actually has a story behind it. So summer of 2016, my friend and I went camping in Elevado Lake, which is in New Mexico, and we rented out a boat and we went out on this beautiful lake, and it was just one of the most serene sceneries I had ever seen. So I decided to take a picture of it, and just the whole aesthetic of the shot that I captured. Not only is it a beautiful image, but it's a beautiful memory, and I'm actually going to be mailing this to my friend that I went on the trip with, Jennifer. Shout out to Jenny, she's amazing. Love you, Jenny. Yeah, so I think I will give this the long-awaited 10. So yeah, those are my pieces of art. Special appearance from Diego, yes. So this idea came about because I hadn't been able to edit my bullet journal video. So I am now looking for more ideas of what to film about. So you guys can let me know in the comments, or not, I don't care. You do you. So I hope to be making more videos and more consistently. That's all I have for you today. Say bye, Diego. Bye. All right, bye.